okapi, they are very rare to spot in the wild. They were not discovered until 1901. And a picture of a baby okapi in the wild was not taken until 2018, a mere 117 years after they were discovered. Over there on the left-hand side, way back in the back, I do see a black rhinoceros. Black rhinos, they weigh in at about 3,000 pounds, making them the lightest of the rhinos that we can see out here. And for those of y'all who didn't see a great view of the first black rhino, we're getting another great view right over there of one snoozing.
Oh, then another rhino.
Now, black rhinoceros, they are quite isolated animals, like to live their life by themselves for the most part. Hey, just like me. And they have a prehensile upper lip to help them get food into their mouths. It makes it a lot easier to grab the food and place it into their mouth. As we take this corner, we are going to see this black and white bird on the left-hand side of the truck. This bird is known as a saddlebill stork. Saddlebill storks get their name because of the little yellow patch on their bill, and you can tell the males and females apart because of the eye colors. If they have a brown eye, that means that they are male, and if they have a yellow eye, they are female. Now, the other animal that we are seeing out there is known as a bongo. Both male and female bongos have them beautiful, beautiful horns. That's Sabi River. Animals in the Sabi like to use water as their natural habitats. Just keep an eye out towards the natural watering holes, see what I ever thought. Over here on the right-hand side, I do see the pink-backed pelican. I got a couple of Nile hippopotamuses over there as well, but we'll get to them here in a moment, hopefully. Now, with the pink-backed pelican, they get their name because of a pink patch on their back. We are quite creative with our names out here. And during their mating season, that pink patch will become a deeper shade of pink to show off their emotions. Kind of like us humans blushing. Over here on the left-hand side, we are getting a great view of the Nile hippopotamuses. Hippopotamuses? I don't know. And during their sleeping cycle, they will sleep underneath the water. They don't have to wake up every 8 minutes, so they have a natural reflex opening their head to the top of the water to take a deep breath for them. Now, contrary to popular belief, they can actually swim, they just prefer not to. They prefer to sink down to the bottom of the watering hole and run across it. And weighing in at 2,000 pounds, that makes them faster just to sink down to the bottom and run across it. To be honest, I would do anything to make me fast if I was 2,000 pounds. And being at 2,000 pounds, they eat about 85 pounds of food a day. Over here on the left-hand side, we are seeing the Nile crocodile. Look at him. Have you ever seen a Nile crocodile laying out with his mouth open? This is their way of thermoregulating. Their way of thermoregulating. Now, my friends, this is evening up a little bit through the trees, and the tree that we are seeing over here on the right-hand side. This paper tree is known as the tree of life out here on the savannah. It's because they hold about 30,000 gallons of water in their roots and in their trunks. That's a lot of water. That's enough water to fill up an average-sized swimming pool. And during the hot and dry months, animals out here on the savannah will go out to that tree as a watering hole when their watering holes dry up. Now, if that tree looks familiar to you, you might be a fan of the tree of life in the middle of Animal Kingdom. That's because the tree of life was based off of a real-life baobab tree. Sorry guys, it looks like we might be in a little bit of a traffic jam. Looks like we're going to head on into the savannah now, and a few other friends. My friends, I just need y'all to remain seated throughout the entirety of the safari. My friends, I need you to stop playing past the child. Please sit down. Thank you.
Sit down, dog.
Over here on the right-hand side, we are seeing the Maasai giraffe. Now we can tell that this is a Maasai giraffe because I see them every 20 minutes. No, it's because they have the more rigid spots compared to the reciprocal giraffes you can see over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. My friend in the pink shirt, I need you to remain seated. Thank you. Now giraffes, they have a purple prehensile tongue that's about 18 inches long. This tongue is long enough for them to lick their own eyeball and pick their own nose just with that tongue. Giraffes will only sleep for around 30 minutes a day, taking their sleep in about 2 to 3 minute power naps. My friend in the pink, I need you to sit down. See today, por favor. Over here on the right hand side, we are seeing the Hartman Mountain Zebra. Now, the Hartman Mountain Zebras, they have the ununiform stripes in their legs. Well, the baby is about 5 months old, and it was born out here on the savannah to a first-time mother. Man, how cute. Painted dogs. They are very much a family style of canine. They will not start their day until they wake up and meet and greet every other dog in their pack. If they do not see every other dog in their pack, they will not start their day and they will go out to look for that lost dog. They do everything as a family that does include eating, sleeping, and hunting, making them the second best hunters out here. Over here on the left hand side, we are seeing the sable antelope. Sable antelope, they are the emblem out here on the Harambe Wildlife Preserve. This is because they are the only antelope to use a fight instead of a flight response. If they are endangered, they will use them instead of facing backwards to help them protect their backs. Now, giraffes, they stand in at about 18 to 20 foot tall at fully grown, which gives them the group name of a tower, unless they are on the move. If you ever see a group of giraffes on the move, you have seen a journey, just like the band. Getting a great view of the giraffe over here on the right hand side, but they're actually ossicones, which are a continuation of the skull. So they're actually bone, not cartilage.
You love giraffe. I just like quite a lot to make sure I don't lose it. Oh my god.
Let's see what else we can find. Looks like I see some wildebeest up ahead on the right hand side. Let's think it's going to get a little bit better view of them. You can even tell if like they're pregnant or other different like diseases with them. Over here on the right hand side, we are seeing the wildebeest. Wildebeest, they will migrate with 1.5 million of their closest friends and family, which is wild because I know like 7 people I get along with. And animals on the right hand side, I hope I don't have to point them out. The African elephant, and the animals on the left hand side, mandrills.
Oh, look, I'm in the bed. Look.
Now the mandrills, they are the most colorful animals we have out here on the savannah. And contrary to what the Lion King has told you, they actually have the shortest tail of any primate. But that's not because the Lion King was just wrong and animated it wrong. The mandrills was actually not discovered until after the animation was complete for the Lion King. But it looks like we're getting some great views of an African elephant 3 different ways. The first way, them ears are in the shape of Africa. The second way, African elephants have a 2 appendage trunk while other elephants have a 1 appendage trunk. That means African elephants will pinch their food to get it into their mouth while other elephants will scoop their food to get it into their mouths. Now the third and final way that we can tell that these are African elephants is, guys, we're in Africa, we're not going to see any like Asian or other than African elephants. Now we do have to cross this old looking bridge. Hopefully it doesn't tilt on us today. Oh well. Alrighty, my friends, after you get off at Kilimanjaro, I need you to go say hi to Dr. Tika for me before he's gone. Elephants, they will come through this way, play and tusk at it, like we are seeing over here on the right-hand side. And when they tusk at it, it'll fall and they will proceed to eat it. Just because red clay is a great form of vitamins and minerals out here on the savannah. Over here on the left-hand side, we're getting a view of another African elephant that has some mud on their back. They will throw anything and everything onto their back to help them cool down on a hotter day. Elephants, they are herbivores, only eating plants, eating about 200 to 300 pounds of plants a day, which if you average that out over a 12-hour period, that's about 25.5 pounds of food an hour. Oh yeah. And fun fact, that will mostly be hay, and because they eat so much hay, you can actually take the poop and turn it into paper.
Make sure we're not doing that, everyone. If we do whistle at the animals, we actually cannot
elephants, they get the nickname of the bulldozers of the savannah. It's because if they don't like a tree where it's at, they will tear it down and proceed to eat it. It's because they weigh in at about 13,000 pounds at fully grown, and they gotta hit that 200 to 300 pounds of food somehow, and this is their way of doing it. And they are another one of them animals that will go out to that baobab tree and use it as a watering hole. Slowly but surely, we'll make our way around this corner. Seeing some more of our friends over here on the left-hand side. Our friends being known as the greater flamingo. The greater flamingo are the biggest of the flamingo family, but they are actually the least pink of the flamingo family. Now they will not turn this beautiful pink until they start their diet of shrimp and krill. That's because shrimp and krill have a chemical in them known as beta-carotene. Now beta-carotene is also found in carrots, so if you ate nothing but shrimp, krill, and carrots for the rest of your life, you would turn a shade of orange. If you do keep up that diet, please come back here to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. We want to see how orange you'll turn. Now my friends, they also go by another name down here in Florida, that name being the yard ornament. See one more African elephant as we take these corners into bug repellent and sunscreen. Oh, yeah, on the left-hand side, we are seeing a crash of white rhino. Now, you might be wondering why they are called a crash. This is because they can run at 35 miles an hour. But at 35 miles an hour, they don't know where they're going because their eyesight's not the best. So at 35 miles an hour, they will crash into anything. Hence that group name. Like I said, we are very creative with our names out here. Now, the white rhino, they get their name from a mistranslated Afrikaans word. This Afrikaans word is Viet, W-I-T. Translated from Afrikaans to English, Viet means wide because their mouths are quite wide. Their skin is about an inch thick, which helps them in their favorite activity, sparring with other white rhinos. Literally talking is my job. I feel like I should be able to do it. Over there on the left-hand side, I am spotting another animal. That animal being a cheetah. So I just keep an eye out. You never know who might be lying around.
Oh, right there.
As you take this corner on the left-hand side, you're going to be able to see a couple of lions. Lions, they will sleep and rest for around 20 hours a day, which honestly, same if I could. Only doing their hunting at night. It's because their eyesight is 6 times better at night than during the day. Now the lioness, they will be the ones doing all the hunting while the lions stay back to protect their pride. And a lion's roar can be heard from around 5 miles away. To put that into perspective, 5 miles from where the lions are laying is the entrance to Epcot. And even funner fact, our female lion is actually louder than our male lion. Yeah. So if you ever hear like a roar from the parking lot, it's probably our female lion. With their tails facing into their burrows to sleep in at night. Over here on the left hand side, we are seeing the ostrich. The ostrich is the biggest of the non-flight birds and biggest of the birds.
Look at that.
Ostriches can run in at 35 miles an hour, and at 35 miles an hour, they will throw out their wing to help them turn. Now we can tell these are female ostriches 2 different ways. The first way, they are gray.